From, like, a male's perspective, what would you say is the one thing that, as, like, women, we should be, like, working a little bit more towards to make a man feel more like a man?
To make
Depends how mad you want me to make you.
Maybe a
What I
little
talked about
little
earlier
mad.
is what I talked about earlier is pretty important. Like, don't try to change a man. Accept the man for how he came. If you try to change a man, one of two things will almost always happen: is the man loves you and wants to give you what you want and will do it, and the way you're going to change him is going to make him into an unattractive man. The other thing that could happen is that he wants nothing to do with someone that wants to change him, right? This is like the whole idea of nagging. Men talking about nagging women, whatever. It's women that don't like who they are, can't accept the man that he is, and want him to be different, right? So there's a lot, but I'll leave you with that.
If you want him to be more masculine, feel more masculine, the easiest way to do that is for you to be more feminine, create that polarity. But we have to be certain that we know what femininity is. Because if you think that you're being more feminine, but you're coming in and trying to solve problems and fix things, that's not actually being feminine. Now, other traits like being agreeable, that's actually being agreeable is a more feminine trait. So that's letting him take the lead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Fun. No, I
roughly that.
Questions do the
appreciate
other
that,
ladies
thank you.
have?
You both
Ellie, go ahead.
asked us what our biggest red flags were that we bring into a relationship. What are your biggest red flags?
Well, let me answer it like you ladies answered it. I'm too tall.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I do a podcast. That is my biggest red flag. I have a weekly podcast where I bring a bunch of girls on.
Yeah, I'm too tall.
Crystal or Nicole, do you girls have questions?
I don't, but I will say I might have been setting myself up for something I may never find, and like it really makes sense. You guys really opened me up here, so I appreciate it.
Were you
Yeah,
guys
We're glad
bullies
to hear
stick
it.
growing
around
up?
after the show for a minute. Were we what?
Oh, were we
Were you guys
bullies growing
bullies
up?
growing up?
Bullies? No, not really. I mean, most men should be. So I'm 33, and like when I grew up, it was a very different time with how kids interacted. Um, so like boys back then were constantly. This was like basically before the internet, right? When I was young, we were constantly testing each other, right? So like if someone said something we didn't like, whatever, it's time to fight, right? Like kids rolled around and got into fights, and it wasn't a big deal back then, but we've lost that nowadays.
Mm-hmm. No. Growing up, I definitely wasn't the bully in school growing up. If anything, I was the kid being bullied. I listened to way too much of what society says nowadays and didn't have actually like a good group of men in my ear to steer me in the right direction. And things didn't start turning around for me until I actually started making sure I was around a better group of guys, join a community like the Unplugged Brotherhood here, and actually have like good guys to go talk to and good voices in my ear and guys to hold me accountable. Anyone else have any closing statements before we wrap up the show here?
Thank you so much for
No?
having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, we got a super chat right at the end here. Question for the ladies. What are your hobbies besides dating? Let's hear it.
I'll
We'll start
go.
with, yeah, go ahead.
I sing and play 5 different instruments. That's my creative outlet.
5 instruments. What instruments?
Yeah.
Name
Um,
them quick. Rapid
Yep.
fire.
piano, guitar, cello, violin, and clarinet.
It's a green flag. That's good. Put a win up on the
Yasmin,
board.
I am a avid gym rat and Pilates girl, so I am always working out, and I recently joined a run club, so been doing that quite a bit.
Run Club.
I'm a
Cool.
painter and I play ukulele.
You have to get a band together.
Nicole, are you a singer?
Actually, I am.
There we go. Nicole sings.
That and
Crystal plays ukulele, and Ali plays 5 instruments all at the same time.
Yep.
I love to hike. I love to be in nature. So that's, I guess you consider that a hobby. I'm in nature at least 4 times out of the week.
All right, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed that clip. If you want to check out the full-length podcast episode, you can find that right over here. Also, make sure you visit my website over here where you'll find my supplements, the opportunity to book me privately one-on-one for coaching, and most importantly, my new School of Unplugging, which you'll find on the Courses tab. Newer to the channel? Hit subscribe.